Hello and welcome to your Spreadsheet Maths activity. Now your teacher would have instructed you where to find this file, and it's important that you have your own version of it saved because you may not get through it all in one lesson. When you open it up, you'll notice that there's directions down the side, and down the bottom you'll notice that there's different pages. Each page has a new activity on it. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to quickly instruct you on what to do. Then I'll get your teacher to pause the video. Then I'll quickly instruct you on the next activity and so on. For your very first page, you've got addition using the auto sum. Now it's got in the instructions here, roll 5 dice 4 times to produce 4 numbers in the tens of thousands. So that's quite big numbers. If you were asked by your teacher to add 4 numbers that have 5 digits like this, it would take you a little bit of time. But using the auto sum button in Microsoft Excel is going to make things so much easier. Now, I'm going to get your teacher to help you and talk you through this activity and model it for you. Hopefully you'll get some dice and work really well with a partner or by yourself to complete this activity. All right, have fun. Now, hopefully for this activity, using auto sum, you rolled your dice. Now, I'm going to add in my total. Now, just so I know that this cell is different from the others because it's going to have the total, I'm going to come up to my paint pot here. I can click on the down arrow and I can choose a color that will go in there. But I think yellow is good because it's light and bright and it's going to make the black text easy to see. So I'm going to come up here and click on auto sum, and it automatically highlights the cells that already have data in them. All I have to do now is press enter on my keyboard and it will give me the total of those numbers. You're going to need to know how to do this for your assessment spreadsheet that you're going to be working on. Now I'm going to come down to the next tab down the bottom. This is a new page. So I'm going to click on this one. This time it says that you can get days of the month and the year for different people and their birthdays. Now you can do that, or it's up to your teacher. You may just want to roll the dice again. And maybe just roll 4 dice and put in numbers all around the spreadsheet this time. See the example below. Okay, when you've put in all your numbers all over the place, I'll get you to play this video again. Okay, welcome back. Now for this activity, we are going to use another technique in Excel to add all my numbers, even though they're spread all over my worksheet, my spreadsheet. I'm going to choose N9 to put in my answer. So that I know it's the answer, I'm going to make sure that I color fill that cell and making sure that it stands out from the others. Now to start my formula, I'm going to type in the equal sign. Then I'm going to click on the first number that I want to add. And it's automatically put in the cell for me, K4. Now I want to add another cell, so I need to put the plus in. The plus is found above the equal sign, but I have to hold my shift key down to get that plus sign to turn up. Now I click on the next cell that I want to add and I press plus and the next cell, and I keep going until I've clicked on all my cells. Now I've clicked on all my cells. I don't need to add another plus on there, just like you would in maths. All I have to do now is enter and it will automatically calculate all those cells for me. And there is my answer. All right, your turn now. Okay, I hope you had fun with that activity. we're going to go to our next page and learn a different way to add up my numbers. Okay, for this one, I'm deciding on where I want to place all my numbers. Try and keep them in a relatively small area. Okay, now you can choose multiples of 4 or 5 and put them in any area. Okay, so if you're really good with your 4 times tables, or your teacher might tell you if you need to practice 7 times tables, you need to put in all the multiples of the 7 times tables. So up to your teacher what you would like to do. I'm going to stick with the 5 times tables. So I know anything ending in a 0 or a 5 is going to be a multiple of 5. So I'm going to type in 60, I'll type in 45, 30, 25, 65, and I might even do 100. Okay. This time, I'm going to color this cell here. This is where my answer is going to be. I'm going to come up to my paint pot and I'm just going to automatically click on that because I think yellow is a great color for my result. Okay. Now for this one's a little bit trickier. But once you know how to do it, it is fantastic. So I'm going to type in the equal sign first. So this always starts off a formula. It tells Excel, it gets excited, it thinks, oh, something's going to happen. They want me to do something. Then I'm going to type in the letters S-U-M for sum. Now if you get lost, the instructions are over here as well. Then I'm going to put in a bracket. Now, the first bracket you need to use is above the number 9 on your keyboard. So I'm going to hold my shift key down and I'm going to make sure that I have my first bracket there. Now it's ready. What that's telling it now is, what you're telling Excel now is I want you to add up the sum of any of the numbers that I highlight. So I'm going to hold my mouse down on my first number and I'm going to keep holding my mouse down and drag it over all the numbers that I've put on my sheet. Now it's going to calculate any numbers in that area. I now need to close it with another bracket, and that is the bracket that is above the 0 on your keyboard. So I hold my shift button down and close my bracket. Now it's going to calculate that area in there. I press enter and I've got my total. All right, have fun at doing that and come back when you're ready for the next step. Now, I hope you're having fun learning how to add using Excel, using all these different methods. It might be a great idea to go home and practice. Most likely, you or your parents will have something that has Microsoft Excel on it, and you can practice all these tricks. I'm going to come down to my next activity. Now, this is a fun game that you can play with a partner. And the good news is Excel does all the subtracting for you. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a partner. Now your teacher might decide to start with a different number, but up here, the players started with the number 50. So let's say you and your partner decide you're going to start with 50 as well. If I'm going first, I roll the dice, and let's say I roll a 4. I'm going to click on the cell that's underneath because I'm going to take away the 4. The idea is to see who can get to 0 first, okay? And you've got to see if you can do it in the least amount of rolls. So what I'm going to do is in the cell below, I'm going to type in an equals, and I'm going to click on the first cell which I put 50 in. Now I don't want to add this together, I want to take away. So I'm going to do my take away. Now my takeaway on my keyboard is right next to where the plus sign is. So it's on the left of where the plus and the equal key is. So I type that one in, and now I need to click on the cell that I want to take away. Now I press enter on my keyboard and it's worked out the total for me. Now it's my partner's turn to roll. They roll, and this time they roll a 6. So you are probably excellent mathematicians and can already work out what the result would be. But let's just for fun learn how to use subtraction on Excel. Now remember, we always start with an equal sign. So I'm going to start typing in equals. This is telling Excel, oh, you're about to work something out here. I'm going to click on the first cell where my 50 is, take away, and the 6, and I press enter, and it's worked out my total. Now to show you how that works for the next roll, I roll the dice, and this time I roll a 3. So I come down to my bottom cell. Now, am I taking away from 50 or am I taking away from 46? I'm taking away from 46 because that's my new total. So I start off with the equal sign. So I need to click on the cell underneath, type in equals. I click on the cell that is my new total, which is 46. I take away my 3 that I've just rolled, and I click enter, and I've got my new total. Then it would be my partner's turn. All right, see how you go at that activity and see who can get down to 0 first between you and your partner. Come back when you're ready for the next activity. All right, I wonder who won, you or your partner, with that activity. Let's head on to multiplying. Okay, so we've done addition. We've just learned how to subtract. Now let's learn how we multiply. So I'm going to click on the multiply tab down the bottom here. This is our next page. All right, you can see here we have a multiplication table. Our job, as the instructions say over here, is select the cell where the answer is required. So I need to put in the answer. Now you are probably very smart and could just type the answer in, but I want to show you how you can use Excel to do all the hard work for you. Okay, so start with the cell. Now we always start with the equal sign, so I'm clicking equals. All right, now this is a little bit tricky, so make sure you're listening. Now I click on the multiplier along the top of the table, so I follow it all the way up and I'm clicking on the 3 because that's what I'm multiplying by. Now I need to put a little asterisk up the top. Now your asterisk you'll find above the number 8 on your keyboard. So I need to hold the shift key down and click on number 8 and it will show that little asterisk there. Now I need to come along here. That's like the times table symbol in Excel. I come along here to 3 because I'm doing 3 times 3 and now I press enter. And it's worked it out for me, the number 9. I might try it again over here. So I'm going to type in this cell because it needs to be filled with an answer. What do we always start with? That's right, the equal sign. Now I need to click on the number up the top first because I'm multiplying by 8 and it's told me what cell that is. We're into the AD cell. Wow. So see, it's AD2. Okay. All right, now I put my asterisks in, so I hold my shift key down, I type 8, but it's got the little asterisks above it. I come along to my number 4, and I click enter, and it's worked out. 8 times 4 is 32. If only our brains were that good, we could just do that. All right, can you have a go at filling in the extra missing squares for me? Have fun and come back when you're ready for the divide activity.